Hey guys, what's going on? It's Juice here. We're gonna bring you guys a kind of different style of video that I haven't really done on my channel yet. And that's gonna be a top 3 video. It's gonna be top 3 tips that are essentially gonna make you generally better within Ready or Not. And they could cross over into other games too, but obviously specifically top 3 tips for Ready or Not. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. My first tip for Ready or Not is it's more multiplayer specific, and that is communication is so key. That's my number 1 tip for this entire game. Using your comms to your advantage when you're playing within a team setting. All right, so I'm gonna talk about a few points why this is my number 1 tip. Talking to teammates and letting them know what you are doing is key for clearing any sort of mission that you're doing, whether that's letting your teammates know that you're breaching through a back door, maybe they're on the other side of, or maybe letting your teammates know that you're watching a hall so they can cross over. Just things like that. It really allows your teammates to have essentially an easier life and an easier time playing, because you're communicating. You're letting them know that, hey, I don't have to look at this area, or hey, I don't have to watch this door, etc. Right? So use your comms to your communication, right? And so you can use your comms as well, you can potentially set up a double breach where 2 teams are entering the same room just at different locations. You're going to use communication when clearing rooms and hallways and watching your flanks, and all this different type of thing kind of comes down to using your communication, using the advantage that you have over the AI. All right. And the last point on that, it's completely essential for working in any sort of team setting, whether you're playing with a duo, whether you're playing with a trio, a 4-man, 5-man, 10-man, it doesn't matter. Obviously communication can get a little tricky once you go above 5-man, and a lot of people jump into the 10-man squads, and what tends to happen is that if you don't split off into separate Discord calls, it can get a little hairy. But when it's coming down to communication, as long as you're keeping your calls short, sweet, simple, very clear, then you're gonna have a way easier time playing with your teammates, even in LFG or just a friend setting. All right. So that was tip number 1. Tip number 2 is actually going to be for solo and multiplayer, so it's applicable to both, and that's using your equipment to your advantage. This game, you don't get a lot of customization, but you have some that you can use to your advantage. Things like door wedges to block off doors behind you so enemies can't flank. That is very essential in solo runs. That I find is that door wedges are your best friend, and I do talk about it in my videos. Using door wedges to block off doors behind you so enemies can't just run around and flank you. It's an example of using your equipment to your advantage. Using breaching equipment like battering rams, or sometimes a breaching shotgun, but I do prefer the battering ram. In either case, you're using it to make your life easier, to enter a room way faster, and it's very helpful for maybe having those more clean runs if you're trying to really sweep through a mission very fast and you don't really want to take the time to slowly and methodically unlock the door and go through. Just having the breaching shotgun or breaching ram is great. And at the end of the day, just when it comes down to it, using your equipment to your advantage just makes your life and your teammates' life easier. So do it. Use what you got. Use your nods with your IR lasers, use your flashlights, use your door wedges, use your flashbangs. A lot of people just tend to not really use these items that they are really giving themselves because they feel they need to rush through a mission. All right? So, use those 2 or 3 flashbangs that you equip for yourself. Don't just leave them and then never use them through a mission. So, just use them. Makes your life a whole lot easier. Last and final, tip number 3 is just going to be learning basic CQB.
Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro.
Essentially, it's think of it as like a methodical kind of way of moving about through a mission. Things like learning how to clear a room the right way, or maybe the way how you move in a hallway. Just simple things like that. Learning basic CQB, which is applicable for solo and multiplayer. It's useful in almost all aspects of the game. Whether you, like I just said, whether you're just clearing a room, whether you're entering a house on a mission, whether you're just in a hallway walking through it, learning where to stand and where to go through that is important. Because, it can prevent a lot of dumb mistakes, and it can keep you alive. If you're walking in a hallway and you're swaying back and forth from side to side, and let's say an enemy jumps out in front of you guys, you have a pretty good chance at getting just team shot, just because you're swaying back and forth in front of your teammates in a hall. And if you knew to just pick one side and stay on that side, you would most likely be alive. And that kind of leads into the last point of learning basic CQBs. It makes life for your teammates a lot easier. They don't have to worry about things like you just walking in front of them in the hallway, or they don't have to worry about you like cutting in front of them when you're entering a room. Just things like that makes your life and your teammates' life a whole lot easier. It keeps you alive, and it's useful in almost all aspects of the game. Plenty of useful videos on learning CQB. I'll link one in the description for you guys. But yeah, so guys, those were my top 3 tips on how to just generally become a better Ready or Not player. Obviously, super dumbed down version. This game, it's pretty extensive in its tactics that can be used, as most real life tactics can be applied within this game. So the knowledge that you can gain from this game is almost endless. So there's always stuff to learn. Just know that these 3 tips, if you're kind of just starting out, these are going to be really helpful for you. Like I said, I'm going to link a basic CQB video in the description, so that way you guys can go learn that, and you'd be surprised at just how easy it is to learn and how much it's going to impact your gameplay. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed. Try to keep this video nice, short, and sweet. I say it in every video. I really do appreciate what you guys have been doing for me as of lately. You guys have been subbing, you guys have been liking, you guys have been commenting. I love it. I love interacting with you guys. So just drop a comment. It doesn't matter what it's about. I'll interact with you. If you guys ever want to play, I'm gonna link my Discord in the description there, and you guys can add me, hit me up saying, hey, I want to play, or even if you need some teaching, I'm willing to do that too. Just message me, and I'll absolutely help you guys out. Otherwise, hope you guys have a good day, and I will catch you all later. Peace.